Alright, this is gonna be a long one. I can already feel it. Let's not waste any time here. And, let's get into the news. A lot of news. The first one, which we will start with, is... let's start with all the Big Finish news first. Get that out of the way. First, in February, Big Finish have announced a new Third Doctor box set. This Third Doctor box set, however, is going to be one story. It's going to be a 7-parter. This Third Doctor story is going to take place during season 7, so they're doing a full 7-parter, a la like Inferno. And it's just, if there's any place to do a 7-parter, yes, season 7 is definitely the place to do a 7-parter. The story will be called The Annihilators. It's going to be written by Nick Briggs. So yeah. Let's read the About section. It says, there's something in the water at Loo Gate Docks. Something strange and green and deadly. Summoned to the north of England by a mystery informer, the Brigadier finds his investigations hampered at every turn by the local police. Just what are they trying to hide? While the Doctor uncovers sinister goings-on in the city morgue, Liz attracts the attention of something unearthly. But with time running out, quite literally, it'll take more than the combined efforts of the Doctor and Unit to deal with an alien menace that stands on the cusp of the total destruction of planet Earth. This was recorded on the 6th and the 21st through the 23rd of September this year. So this is a very new box set. And of course we have the cast, Tim Treloar playing the Doctor, Daisy Ashford playing Liz, John Colshaw's the Brig, and we have Mark Elstop, who's playing a bunch of people. He's got a bunch of people. This seems kind of cool. The idea that it's a 7-parter is really nice because, you know, season 7 was full of the 7-parters. So that's a cool idea, I think. I think that is a really cool idea. Then we have a War Doctor box set. A brand new War Doctor Begins box set called Battlegrounds. This comes out in May of next year. We don't know much about it. We just know 3 story titles. We have The Keeper of Light by Paul Mulrine, Temosis by Rosa McPhillips, and Rewind by Timothy X. Attack. This was recorded on the 21st to 23rd of September as well, so this was also a very new one. Yeah, the cover art does show that General from New Who is there, but he looks a bit younger, and he's not listed in the cast list as General, so I think this is going to be before he was the General, obviously, because, you know, this takes place really early on in the Time War. And then the final step for Big Finish, they got their license renewed until 2023. March 31st, 2023 is how 2030, sorry, is how long we have Big Finish for. So I'm happy. Still got myself some Big Finish for a while now. Moving on then. Apparently on NXT, Roderick Strong lifted the limit of the Cruiserweight Championship, meaning it's not even a Cruiserweight title anymore. Which is great. So the Cruiserweight division, I guess, is pretty much done. They're still saying it's the Cruiserweight title, but the weight limit's lifted, which means it's not for goddamn Cruiserweights. Which is dumb, right? MLW's Azteca, which is going to be like their Lucha Libre type show, is going to premiere on January 6th, so I'm excited for that. Jack Evans has been extorted in Mexico. He sent like a tweet this past week where he's like, I've been extorted here in Mexico by 2 police officers for like the past couple days. If I get arrested on drug charges, you know why. And it's like, whoa. And that was like really big for me. I'm like, oh my God. Because I hear all these stories of like wrestlers and like crazy stuff that's happened to them. But it's like one of these crazy things is actually happening right now, like right now. Evans, I don't know if he's made it back or not. I hope he has, and I hope he's fine. So all my best to Jack Evans. And then we have Jeff Hardy. The big thing with Jeff Hardy this year, Jeff Hardy was released this week by WWE. Yeah. So this deals with the whole Jeff walking off during the six-man thing that I talked about a while ago. Apparently, it's not confirmed, but Jeff might have been high. Might have been high, might have been drunk. He relapsed, and WWE offered him rehab. He said no, so they said, all right, you gotta go. And that's it. Jeff Hardy has been released, and that's that. Can't really blame WWE for that. As much as we normally love to, we can't blame them for that one because this release actually is somewhat justified. I hope Jeff takes time off and gets better again, but this happens way too much, and it's like getting to the point where I'm like, when's enough, really, with Jeff. Chris Jericho was hospitalized. We don't know why, but he was sent to the hospital, and that kind of put his Fozzy tour on hold for a bit. So my best wishes to Chris Jericho. I don't need anything bad happening to you. Rey Mysterio is getting his own cartoon TV show. Which, that is crazy. Rey Mysterio is getting a TV show. Yeah, I can't freaking believe I'm saying this. Rey Mysterio is getting his own animated show on Cartoon Network. I'm trying to get the article up, but it's not loading. Here we go. Okay. So, the plot of the show here, it says, the plot of the show tells the tale of a wrestling fan named Oscar who will get a chance to team up with his idol in Rey Mysterio. As they work together, the duo will face supernatural beings and fight against the forces of evil. This show will feature villains from the wrestling industry as well as characters from Mexican traditions. The antagonist of the show is dubbed Ouroboros. The release includes a description of Ouroboros as they write behind these extraordinary opponents is Ouroboros, an evil fighter who uses dark forces that he does not fully understand. Rey Mysterio and Oscar must work together and do their best to defend the city and themselves from his evil plans. So, cool. I'll check it out when it comes out. I will definitely check that out. I'll watch the first episode and see. Definitely. That's weird. Rey Mysterio getting a TV show. And then the gaming awards were this week as well. So we're gonna go over the award winners, really. The game of the year was It Takes Two, which definitely surprised me. Best game direction went to Deathloop. Best narrative went to the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. Best art direction also went to Deathloop. The best score and music, so best soundtrack, went to Nier Replicant. Best audio design went to Forza Horizon 5. Best performance went to Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil Village. The best ongoing game was Final Fantasy XIV. The best independent game was Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Best mobile game was Genshin Impact. Best community support went to Final Fantasy XIV. Best VR game was Resident Evil 4. Best game for accessibility was Forza Horizon 5. Best action game was Returnal. Best action adventure game was Metroid Dread. Best RPG was Tales of Arise, Let's Go. Best fighting game was Guilty Gear Strive. Best family game was It Takes Two. Now, I don't agree with this one, because also on the list is Mario Party Superstars, and that absolutely should have Best sports slash racing game was Forza Horizon 5. Best sim game was Age of Empires. Best multiplayer game was It Takes Two. Best debut indie game was Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Most anticipated game was Elden Ring. And then the player's voice went to Halo Infinite. And then content creator of the year went to Tree. So that's the awards. And at the awards, we got a bit of announcements. I think the big one that I really care about was Sonic is getting a new game, Sonic Frontiers. It's going to be an open world Sonic game. And that sounds freaking cool. And now the absolute final news I have is Final Battle 2021. It happened. ROH's final show until April for Supercard of Honor. And let's get into it here. The results of Final Battle. So, in the first match, the Righteous beat Shane Taylor Promotions to become the new 6-man tag champs. God damn it, why? Miranda, Elise, and the Allure defeated Chelsea Green and the Hex in a 6-woman tag. PJ Black, Flip Gordon, Brian Milones, and the Beer City Bruiser and the world famous Cheeseburger defeated LSG, Sledge, Max the Impaler, Flamita, and Will Ferrara in a 10-man tag, which was pretty much just to get everyone on the show, I'm guessing. And then we had the actual show, because those first 3 were pre-shows. So we had Dragon Lee beating Ray Oris. That match sounds awesome. Rhett Titus beat Dalton Castle, Silas Young, and Joe Hendry in a 4-corner survival match to become the new TV champ. Which I was surprised, because they just gave Dalton the belt. And then they just gave it to Rhett. Josh Woods retained his Pure Championship against Brian Johnson. Sure Dad's happy about that. Shane Taylor beat Kenny King in a fight without honor, which I heard this match was awesome. Roxy retained her Women's Championship against Willow Nightingale. After this match, I know she was confronted by Diana Peraza. Violence Unlimited and Rocky Romero defeated EC3, Eli Isom, Taylor Russ, and Tracy Williams in an 8-man tag. After this, we saw the debut of Adam Shear, the former Braun Strowman, that's cool. The Briscoe brothers beat the OGK for the ROH tag titles. And then after, the Briscoes were confronted by FTR. So here we go, baby. And then in the main event, Bandito was sadly stripped of the world title because he couldn't make it. And then we had the main event of Jonathan Gresham defeating Jay Lethal for the vacant world championship. So Jonathan Gresham is our world champion. Goodbye, Ring of Honor. And we will see you. We'll see you in April, guys, and see how things go from there. And that is all I have for news. And now to the big part of what this thing is about is on Monday, last Monday, I saw Aria of the Starless Night, the SAO Sword Art progressive movie. And I gotta say, man, it was really good. It was a really good movie. It thankfully wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, which I'm grateful for. The movie was really good. I thought it was gonna be, like the standard, we're gonna make Asuna the best thing there ever was, but there's not. She's very relatable in this movie, which I'm so happy for, because here's the thing, I really like Asuna as a character, and I was like, please don't ruin my love for Asuna. They didn't. They made her very much, this is early day Asuna, obviously, so she's not the Lightning Flash. She's not like the strong, kick-ass character we know. This is Asuna at the very beginning, and it's nice to see that she's very relatable in this. Like, you can definitely see yourself in Asuna's position. Kirito in this movie, he's not in the movie a lot, but for the parts he is, he's my man. And he's in the movie a lot, but you don't see his face. He's kind of like just a shadowy figure where it's like, oh, that's my man. But when he does show up, it's like, yeah, there's my boy. And I really liked the movie. I really liked it. I can't wait for it to come out on either digital or Blu-ray. Pick it up, and that's gonna be awesome. So, Aria of a Starless Night. It was a really solid movie, man. Like I legitimately am like I really liked the movie. Really good. It was a really good movie. This is not me reviewing it. I would have been a lot more structured if this was a review. This is just me saying. I really liked the movie. I thought it was a very good movie. Yeah, and after that movie, me and my brother kicked off watching Sword Art because he wants to watch Sword Art. So, we're on episode 8 today, I think is what we're watching. We're watching episode 8. So we'll finally get into book 1. Which he was like he's like, wait, we're not even on book 1 yet? I'm like, yeah, we're not even on book 1. Episode 8. And it's so funny. Because of all, when you watch anything with someone who's watching it for the first time and you know all the secrets, right? So, yeah. Oh, I can't wait till we get to episode 10. Oh my god, episode 10. And then episode 11 after that. And then 14, like, there's so much stuff. And then we get to go into the stuff episode 15 onward. Oh my god. Yeah, this is gonna be a wild ride. And that's gonna do it. That's it for this episode. I'm calling it Aria of a Starless Night because that movie rules. Is it better than Ordinal Scale? I like Ordinal Scale more than Aria of a Starless Night, but Aria of a Starless Night is still a good movie. Let me put it that way. But I still prefer Ordinal Scale. God, that movie freaking rules. And that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna relax now. So yeah. See you next time.